What is up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. I'm here with my co-host, Heather C. I just want to say real quick, Marshana Dias-Favento is on a cruise, a much-needed vacation after her move. We hope to see her back real soon. So last night, 90 Day Fiance, Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 4 aired. There's a lot to cover. Me and Heather C are going to cover as much of it as possible. Obviously, there are some things that happened that we will not get a chance to talk about, but we're going to talk about the crazy moments that happened. And let's start out with Ella and Johnny. So Johnny prepares to visit her for 3 months. So he's quitting his job. He's an electric vehicle manufacturer. He works for electric vehicle manufacturer. He's going to quit his job, leave his friends, leave his son, leave his family for 3 months to go and live with Ella and see if their relationship is going to work, which I think is good. It's taking a
Yeah.
huge risk, a big chance. But what I have an issue with is Johnny is trying to change her appearance before he even meets her. Okay, they haven't even met. And I feel like in order for you to love someone, you have to fall in love with them exactly how they are. And then if you do want to change things, you change things together. But I feel like his changes are conditional for the relationship. He wants her to lose weight, and that's a condition. And I don't feel like love is built on conditions.
I feel that there's something missing to this story. The reason why I say that is because, like, every time we see her, she's always like, oh, my perfect man. And she's like in this fantasy type, like, cosplay land, which I love because, who doesn't like to add some pretend and fantasy to their life? Um, but it seems like I do think that he loves her. Like, I'm not going to cap on that. I just think that there's something missing. Like, where do we miss the part where he wants her to lose weight? Like, I feel like there's like an episode missing or something that we didn't get, because it's like he's on this page. She didn't say anything about her weight. Like, when they interview each
No.
other, she never said like, oh, he loves me, but he's just bothered by my weight. It's either she's oblivious or we miss something, because I don't know. That seems to be his go-to. She's got a pretty face. I don't know.
Right. Whenever he describes her, it always leads back to weight loss. And I
Yeah,
just don't like that because you have to love her for who she is. And then if they decide together as a strong foundation and a couple that she wants to go on that journey and he's supporting her, that's different. But I just feel
exactly.
like that's not what's happening. And she's even doing spells, and apparently she's a Wiccan and part of a coven, and she's
That's
doing
crazy.
spells for the love. And I just feel like there's so much non organic things to try to make this relationship work when it just needs to be good old fashioned communication, and they need to love each other and accept each other.
Just bring him here already. I want to see them together because this is going to be a good time. I
Yeah,
just
I
know.
would love to see him on a horse and living in Idaho on a farm. I just want to see that. All right, so
Oh,
let's talk about Gino and Jasmine. So after their first fight over tipping a waitress who actually gave them good service, they decided, well, Jasmine decides that she likes sex more than she likes fighting, and they end up sleeping together. And she even compliments Gino on his performance, which was more information than any of us ever needed.
we didn't
And she
ask for
even
it.
told us that he took off his hat but had to turn off the light, which I guess we're never gonna see a hatless Gino. So I just feel like their relationship, I can't pinpoint it. I feel like Jasmine is very hot and cold. Sometimes I feel like there's no future to this relationship at all. And then sometimes I feel like that they're just crazy enough and opposite enough that this might actually work. Like I feel like this might actually work. Gino is very easygoing and submissive, and Jasmine is super controlling. And I feel like that might actually work to their favor.
Yeah, I'm getting some like major Larissa vibes from her.
Mm-hmm.
And I, it might just be the body, but I don't know. I kind of like them together, but I don't know how much it will last as long as she has such strong jealousy issues. I mean, once he tells her that he's still friends with his ex, she's gonna go ham. I already know it. Like, how do you get mad when somebody tips a waitress? It's not like he slipped his phone number to her. He was just saying, like, in my country, if somebody does a good job, this is our way of thanking you. Like, they make minimum wage and then we tip, and then that's how they make their money. Like, there's a whole thing. It's not like he was playing favoritism and, trying to get with her. So I think she needs, I mean, there's no reason why she's not secure with herself. She's a beautiful woman. She obviously could probably get just about anybody. So it's like for her to be so like not secure is weird to me. But I mean, everybody has their own issues and, you know, problems and looks at themselves differently. So maybe it's just something she's going through. But I don't know. Once it's to last, she might need to put some trust in him.
Yeah, the only way it's going to work is the trust. And maybe since it's still new, and she said that she's been hurt in the past relationships, that this is maybe her wall that she puts up to fill out whether or not the guy is going to actually be honest with her.
Yeah.
I don't know. But okay, so let's talk about Kim and Usman last night. So last night, Kim, Usman, and Rosary are actually meeting. She's a Tanzanian artist, a really big artist in her country. And Kim is nervous about meeting her because she doesn't think that it's going to go well, because she feels like his management is doing it because she's a younger artist, that they're trying to say, hey, look what you could have, rather than talking to Kim. But it actually goes completely different. Rosary is actually complimentary to Kim, and she even gets Usman to talk about marriage with him, which I thought was really interesting because he had never really spoken about marriage to Kim, and his future plans were just something that he would automatically end the conversation with. So I was really interested in seeing what he thought about Kim, because we've all figured what we thought about Kim, what he thought. But what we're seeing is he's actually looking at this as a potential relationship. And I think that that's not something that we had assumed that was going on in his head. We kind of felt like he was kind of leading her on, and he brought her there, and he was telling her what she wanted to hear. But if he really is telling the truth and he's saying, if things work out well, I see me and her getting married, even Kim being surprised by what she said, that was really interesting. So what do you feel about that? Do you feel like he's being honest?
Well, first of all, they're my absolute favorite. I just like adore her whole personality and everything. So I really enjoy watching this couple. I think she was taken off guard because she went there and like so far, even this like the little bit of time they spent together, I don't want to say he's been standoffish, but he's kind of like been going along with his business and kind of putting her on the back burner a little bit. So the last time she actually really spoke to him about anything, he referred to her as his potential.
Right.
And she gave him all these really, really cool, lavish gifts and everything. And I think she was just probably like, oh, I didn't even know I was going to be your girlfriend, let alone your fiance. So, but you know what? That's good for her, because ultimately I think that's what the plan is, you know, to fall in love and get married or see where it takes you. I'm glad that the meeting with Rosary did not go horribly, because Kim did not play. She was about ready to take out her earrings and throw down. But I like how she was like cool and she was laid back, and she was just like, you know what? We're artist to artist, and I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. You know, I got you. And I really admire that, because like a lot of females, you know, especially when they see other females around, that's when like their horrible intentions come through. So I like that she was like very classy and very supportive of both Kimberly and Usman. So I don't know. I like that. I like her vibe. I think she's pretty cool.
I did too. I liked her vibe. I liked her acceptance of the situation, and I liked how positive she was, because the way she started the conversation was like, why is Kim here? I thought that it was going to go a different way, and we were going to see Kim toss a table or drinks, and it didn't go the way. And I said earlier on Twitter, I really like seeing the women supporting each other in this situation. A lot of times women don't support each other and they tear each other down. And that really made me happy to see. All right, guys, that's it for part one. We're going to come back with part two and talk about Memphis and Hansma and Mike and Amina, and obviously Caleb and Alina. Make sure you're live tweeting with us every Sunday night. I'm George Mossey. This is my co-host, Heather C. Our Twitters are right here at the bottom. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be back for part two, and we'll see you guys real soon.